Your 30s are a great time to strengthen your personal finances and keep yourself on track for future success. Whether you've already started managing your finances in your 20s or you're just looking to get started in your 30s, there is no time like the present to take action. During your 30s, you may have some major milestones occur. You may go back to school, or you might start school. You may change careers, or you may pursue professional development opportunities. You could also buy a home, you might get married, you might even get divorced. You might have children, and you may relocate to a new city. During this exciting time, make sure to keep your finances in shape as they come along for the ride. In this video, I'm going to cover how you can get your saving and spending organized in your 30s. First, we're going to start with a budget. If you already have a budget, review it and make sure everything is up to date. I like the 50-20-30 budget due to its simplicity and its ability to keep your money organized. It works by taking all of your after-tax income and dividing it into 3 categories. The first category is needs, and 50% of your money is going to go here. And this is going to be for necessities that you need to survive, such as housing, rent, groceries, utilities, car payments, and transportation costs. The next category is savings, and 20% of your money will go here. In this category, you will have emergency savings, goal savings, college savings, retirement savings, and then you're also going to want to include any debt payments that you have to make, such as student loan payments. The final category is wants, and 30% of your money will go here. In this category, we have all the fun stuff. So we have dining out, entertainment, such as going to shows and concerts, hobby expenses, media subscriptions, and anything else that's not going to fit in those first 2 categories. It's important to note that if your 50-20-30 budget is initially out of sync, you will cut expenses from the wants category first. This is considered the fun money, and it's going to need to be reduced in order to make sure that your 50% needs and 20% savings are taken care of first. Now that your budget is complete, it's time to start building or possibly solidifying your emergency savings so that you can prepare for the unexpected. Emergency savings are exactly as the name sounds. It is savings that you set aside in case of an emergency. And trust me, life has a way of throwing us financial emergencies when we least expect it. So how much money should you have in emergency savings? The target amount of emergency savings is going to be based on your bare bones monthly expenses. And I'm not including any fun money in this equation because emergencies, like a sudden job loss, require you to cut expenses as much as possible until you get back on your feet. Emergency savings should be between 3 to 6 months of your basic monthly expenses at a minimum. For example, if your basic monthly expenses were $2,000 per month, then you would work towards a goal of having $6,000 to $12,000 set aside in savings to only use when emergencies pop up. A good place to store your emergency savings is a high yield savings account. Now, it might seem daunting to save 3 to 6 months of expenses, but remember this: a lot of financial goals are achieved over a relatively long period of time. So the key here is to start small by saving maybe $25 to $50 each paycheck and gradually work your way towards saving more. A good starting goal is to save $1,000. Now that we have saving covered, it's time to take a look at one of the most important parts of personal finance at any age, and that is debt management. I want to emphasize that this is an area that should be managed sooner rather than later. Accumulating large amounts of debt without a plan or money to pay it down can make it harder to pursue financial goals in the future. A budget and emergency savings are a priority when starting out because they help you prevent taking on debt. When you have a plan for spending and saving with a budget, you can control where your money goes. If you take on debt without a plan, the companies you owe money to control where your money goes. An emergency fund also helps you avoid taking on debt in times of emergencies because it provides you with money to cover expenses. Common types of debt are credit cards, car loans, student loans, buy now, pay later, and home loans or mortgages. Now, this is not to say that all types of debt are bad, but the important takeaway is you want to have a plan for managing debt and also limit the amount that you have. For example, paying off your credit card in full every month is a strategy for managing debt. Another example of debt management strategy is waiting 24 to 48 hours before making a big purchase. Okay, let's do a quick review. In your 30s, you have a great opportunity to solidify your finances, and part of that is taking care of saving and spending. Here are the ways you can manage your saving and spending. Create your saving and spending plan with the 50-20-30 budget. Once you create your budget, stick to it and adjust accordingly over time. Start building your emergency savings towards that goal of 3 to 6 months of expenses. Remember to start small and set a goal of reaching $1,000 and then build from there. Finally, keep the debt under control with a debt management plan and awareness. If you find you have taken on additional debt, make a plan to pay it off and stick to it. So take action today. Work towards covering all the items in the video and check in on your progress as the months go by. Be sure to check out the other parts of our Personal Finance in Your 30s video series. For more personal finance content, check out our website and follow us on YouTube. As a reminder, this video is provided for general education purposes only. It is not intended to provide financial advice specific to your situation.